Today, we're diving into the life story of one of the most talented, controversial, and dominant fighters in combat sports history, a man many consider the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. Born Jonathan Dwight Jones on July 19, 1987, in Rochester, New York, John Jones grew up in a disciplined and athletic household. His father was a pastor, and faith played a big role in his upbringing. Athletic excellence also ran in the family. His brothers, and both became stars in the NFL. But even in a family full of athletes, John seemed destined for something different. As a young boy, Jones was energetic, competitive, and fearless. In high school, he discovered wrestling, and it quickly became his passion. He excelled on the mat, winning championships and earning a reputation as a gifted competitor. He later attended Iowa Central Community College, where he became a national junior college wrestling champion. At that point, his future looked headed toward traditional wrestling. But life took an unexpected turn. When Jones learned he was going to become a father, he decided to pursue a faster route to financial stability. That decision led him into mixed martial arts and changed combat sports forever. John Jones made his professional MMA debut in 2008. What followed was nothing short of extraordinary. He won fight after fight with a style fans had never really seen before. He was long, explosive, unpredictable, and creative. His spinning attacks, elbows, wrestling control, and fight IQ made him stand out immediately. After just a handful of professional fights, signed him. From the moment he entered the UFC, people sensed something special. He dominated early opponents and showcased skills far beyond his years. Then came the breakthrough moment that changed his career forever. In March 2011, Jones stepped into the octagon against reigning light heavyweight champion. Many thought he was too young. Many thought he wasn't ready. But John Jones shocked the world. He dismantled Shogun Rua and became the youngest champion in UFC history at just 23 years old. A legend was born. What followed was one of the most dominant championship runs ever seen in MMA. Jones defended his title against elite challengers one after another, and many more. And he didn't just beat champions. He often made them look ordinary. His reach, timing, wrestling, clinch work, and striking creativity created a style almost impossible to solve. Many fighters had power, many had technique, but John Jones seemed to have everything. Perhaps one of the defining rivalries of his career was with. Their feud became legendary. It wasn't just competition, it was personal. Press conferences turned hostile. Interviews became verbal warfare. And inside the cage, their battles felt historic. Jones defeated Cormier and cemented his status as the king of the light heavyweight division. But while his dominance inside the cage made him a superstar, his life outside it often made headlines for different reasons. And this is where John Jones' story becomes more complicated, because greatness and controversy often seem to follow him together. Over the years, Jones faced legal troubles, suspensions, failed drug tests, and disciplinary issues that repeatedly threatened his legacy. In 2015, following a hit-and-run incident, he was stripped of his UFC title. Many believed his career might never recover. But John Jones had made a habit of returning. Again and again. He came back, won again, regained titles again, and reminded everyone why he was considered special. That ability to rise after setbacks became part of his story. Not just dominance, resilience. One of the greatest fights of his career came against. Many call it one of the greatest title fights ever. For perhaps the first time, Jones looked pushed to his limits. And yet he survived, adapted, won. That became a pattern. Whenever people questioned him, he answered inside the cage. Another reason many call John Jones the GOAT is the level of competition he faced. He didn't build a legacy beating easy opponents. He fought champions, legends, killers, and beat them. That matters. In the greatest of all time debate, names like and are always mentioned. But John Jones is often placed above them because of the depth of his resume. Then came another historic chapter. After years ruling light heavyweight, Jones vacated the title and stepped away. For 3 years, he disappeared from competition. Fans wondered, would he ever return? And if he did, could he succeed as a heavyweight? In 2023, he gave the answer. He returned to fight for the heavyweight championship. There was doubt, questions about ring rust, questions about size, questions about whether the old John Jones still existed. But once the fight began, it looked like vintage Jones. He dominated and submitted Gain in the first round. Just like that, he became heavyweight champion. 2 divisions, 2 championships, another historic milestone. For many fans, that sealed the GOAT argument, because very few fighters reinvent themselves at the top. Jones did. One of the most fascinating things about Jon Jones is how intelligent he fights. He doesn't rely only on athleticism. He studies opponents, breaks them down, finds weaknesses, and exploits them. Watching Jon Jones fight often feels less like watching violence, and more like watching strategy, like a chess master in a cage. His fight IQ is often considered unmatched, and perhaps that is what separates him. Not just talent, not just skill, but genius. Still, Jon Jones remains one of the most debated figures in sports. Some see him as the greatest fighter ever. Others believe his controversies complicate that legacy. And maybe both are true, because Jon Jones is a story of brilliance and imperfection, of triumph and turbulence, of discipline and self-destruction. Few athletes embody contradiction the way he does, but maybe that's part of what makes his story so compelling. He isn't a flawless hero. He's human, complicated, brilliant, dangerous, and unforgettable. Even today, younger fighters are often compared against Jon Jones. That's how you know someone changed a sport. They become the standard, and Jones became that standard. From a young wrestler in New York, to the youngest champion in UFC history, to a 2-division world champion, to one of the most controversial icons in combat sports, Jon Jones built a legacy few can match. Love him or criticize him, his impact on MMA is undeniable. He didn't just compete in history, he shaped it. And that is why, when people talk about the greatest mixed martial artist ever, one name always stands in the center of the conversation: Jon Jones. Do you think Jon Jones is truly the MMA GOAT? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more legendary sports stories.